and welcome back to another great episode of Nerds Make Sense. As always, I'm Josh.
And I'm Ted.
And today we wanted to talk to you about something that happened in the TV universe a few weeks ago. It's the Elseworlds crossover event for the Arrowverse, or, the CW shows Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl. Now, for us, at the time of the recording, I think it was last week? Mm-hmm. But you guys won't hear this episode for another couple of weeks. May not even hear it until the new year. But anyways, we wanted to talk about, what implications it's already had, Elseworlds crossover has already had on the Arrowverse, what it could have, and what maybe we can look forward to for next year's crossover event, Crisis on Infinite Earths. So for those of you who don't know, Elseworlds obviously is how best can I describe this? Well, basically we got the week before the Elseworlds crossover, we got the same little snippet from all three shows, and it was another universe's basically Justice League got the crap kicked out of them by this unknown, what we thought was villain at the time. And then he uses this. You see the Flash from that universe crawling, putting his hand on this big old ancient book, and then does somebody else grab the book, or does it fly out of his hands or something like that? I don't remember.
I think it does fly out of his hands.
Yeah, I think it flies out of his hands, and you see the big guy who basically tells him, "You failed." And then he wipes out that universe while that universe's Flash is basically entering the Speed Force, trying to cross over to another universe. And then, of course, you get the start of the Elseworlds event, which was kind of interesting because they reversed the order of everything. I mean, obviously, Arrow aired on Monday like normal, but instead of the Flash on Tuesday, you actually had the Flash on Sunday, and then Supergirl on Tuesday, and of course Arrow was always in the middle. But so in the episode of The Flash, you see this mysterious guy once again appear. He appears to some crackpot scientist who's talking about eugenics and shit like that, and basically gives him the book in order to so he can rewrite reality. And he ends up somehow changing. Yeah, I think what was his wish was to become the Flash or something like that.
I think he tried to become the Flash.
Yeah, and then he ends up switching Oliver and Barry's lives, basically. Not their bodies or minds, just their lives.
I just don't understand that part. How do you mess that up? How do you miss writing your name and the Flash together?
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, you need some kookiness.
Well, I mean, it's controlled by the power of the mind, so obviously he got distracted by something at the last minute, or he wasn't clear on what he wanted, and stuff just got messed up. But anyways, you have Oliver, who's now Barry, and Barry, who's now Oliver, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Because everybody, thinks they're they're each other. And then it was kind of cool seeing Oliver realize he had super speed.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, whoa, what a rush. That was crazy. And then, of course, Barry got his revenge later on when they went to see Kara, and he got revenge on Oliver for all those years ago when he shot him in the back with the arrows.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. And
Oliver got pissed.
Yeah. Well, I understand what in that situation.
I get what he was saying, too. It's like Barry wasn't taking it very seriously at the time.
You know what else was weird? Is that how weird they looked in each other's costumes. I don't know if they purposely did it, because they both looked like
yeah.
He looked weird in the Flash outfit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, because we're used to seeing clean-shaven Barry,
Yeah. And then he looked okay as the Arrow. Barry looked okay as the Arrow. He just looked really thin.
He kind of reminded me of the Arrow from Smallville.
Or you kind of remind me of Roy a little bit. Like
Yeah.
pre-Roy. Not the new one. Not when he's all buffed out, but when they first got him. Yeah, he reminded me of Roy.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, but I forgot about that. Yeah, he did kind of look like that Arrow from Smallville. And speaking of Smallville, I opened the.
Oh, that was awesome,
bro. I really thought they brought Tom Wellings back. I was like, dude, that would be so fresh just for one episode, and then not explain why he looks so different than.
Or that could have been another Elseworlds things where he changes thing and all of a sudden he looks like the Tom Welling Superman or something like that.
Yeah,
that could have been cool.
Yeah, I love that theme song. Yeah, and it shows the Karas there visiting. For me, I haven't watched. I'm still trying to catch up with all of them.
One thing about that though, if you notice, from that little preview of what was going to happen, the Green Arrow that you see dead on the ground, his suit looks almost exactly like the Smallville Arrow's suit.
Let me look that up. I don't even know I don't remember the Green Arrow small. I mean, I remember him, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, but the suit looked exactly the same. I don't know if they just had it lying around still and just decided to reuse it for an alternate
I typed
universe.
in on Google. I put Green Arrow, Smallville, and then Elseworlds popped up.
Yeah, I told you. Because I think what the whole thing was is they, like I said, they probably still had the.
I can't believe you look like that. I was okay with that.
they probably still had the suit lying around, and then they just decided to reuse it. I mean, it's probably no real connection, but hey, you never know.
Yeah.
With all the universe hopping that they're doing now.
Yeah, this is throwback. Yeah, I kind of see it now. What you mean? I never noticed that.
Yeah. The only problem with trying to connect the two universes is the fact that in Smallville, Hawkman's already dead.
In the Smallville?
Yeah, in Smallville. Oh, okay. Yeah, in the old show.
Oh yeah.
Back when they formed the JLA.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I forget what they called it. I think it's either the JLA or JSA.
I think it
might have been the JSA.
You think so?
I think it might have been. I don't know.
I watched all of them like twice, but it's been a while since I've done that.
It's been a while since I've watched Smallville too. But he was originally a part of the JLA. Mm-hmm. We'll just call it the Justice League of America.
Yeah.
Please, if anybody listening to this knows the prop, whether it's Justice Society or Justice League, let us know down in the comments. And you see both Hawkwoman and Hawkman dead on the ground as well. And then of course you see others. I don't think I saw a Superman or anything like that.
Mm-mm. It was like I think it was like not the minor characters, but
it was some of the minor characters.
Yeah, but it was a really cool 3-parter. Like I kind of liked it more than the last one, because I feel like what was the last one?
Well, that was Crisis on Earth 10 or something like that, Earth X or something like that.
Oh wait, never mind. That one was cool too.
That one was really good.
Never mind all that. What was the one before that one? That's when they all first met. Yeah.
I think it's the first time they met. But I can't remember. Oh, wasn't it some kind of alien invasion of like all 3 universes, or the 2 universes or something?
Oh
like that?
Yeah, it was. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. But
yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember the first
Never
one.
Mind,
But it was like. Anyways, as the event went on, we come to learn that the guy who we thought was the big bad of the episode is called Monitor. And we know for a fact, or at least those of us who have read the comics or know about the comics, Monitor's actually not a bad guy. What he was doing is he was testing the heroes of the different universes to see if they were strong enough, or at the very least willing enough, to make the sacrifices needed to face off the big bad that is coming. And for that one little thing, I want to talk about some of the theories that I've been hearing. One of the theories that I've heard recently is that it's Darkseid coming.
Man, that'd be crazy.
But I can already tell you it's not.
That's too big for this show, isn't it?
At least until they do some kind of Justice League show where they're all together all the time. But no, I can pretty much tell you it's not going to be Darkseid. It's going to be Anti-Monitor, which is basically the evil version of the Monitor. He's like and what his plan is to do is essentially eradicate all the universes, so that way he can rule over one singular universe.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
So I mean, but another theory is that there's a possibility that Kara's universe could end up joining.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be cool. That's what I want.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be far better because it would simply make crossover episodes like what we had a whole lot easier. You wouldn't have to jump to another universe just to get her help.
Yeah.
Now I can also see the bad thing is too because
too broken.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, Cora! This
You
dude's fucking me up, dude. Come out.
Here's the thing. Yeah, you get one really strong bad guy who maybe the heroes can't overcome by themselves right away, and it's like, well, okay, you can just call Supergirl.
Sort of like how when the Arrow, like, I forgot what episode the Arrow was when Barry came to save him out of that room. Remember when they were all locked up? I forgot what season it was. It was barely when the Flash first came out, when they first met. And
I don't remember.
And I think it was Damien Dark. I think they had him locked up somewhere, and then Barry ran all the way over there and faced through and got him out and ran back, and he was there for like a second. Like it was like a minor cameo.
But yeah, I get what you're saying with that.
It's sort of like that.
And then it's like, well, why don't they call her? And when they don't call her, it's like, yeah, well, why didn't you just call her?
And then then a lot of people will be expecting it a lot too.
Exactly.
Just like for instance, like Iron Man 3. Remember Iron Man 3 and everyone's like, why don't they just call the fucking Avengers? Like, I remember seeing the trailer when
Well, here's the thing. With Tony, it's a little easier to explain away.
Yeah, but
I mean, yes, he is a member of the Avengers, but he does prefer to do it himself.
Yeah, but like that's what people were expecting. Like people like when they showed the trailer when all the suits were coming, they thought they was Avengers. A lot of people were let down. But like, dude, he can handle it himself. He's good. That's why
he literally had a garage full of suits.
Yeah, so like I can see like the fans expecting it more, like more crossovers, more cameos.
I mean, I would be totally down with a Justice League show, and I think I think they're almost kind of setting it up that way.
That would be cool
to where there could be future crossovers.
Get rid of Legends of Tomorrow, just replace with that. I like that.
I mean, not even get rid of Legends of Tomorrow because it does still have a fan base, and I still like it.
Hey man, I
told you it's not as serious as the others are.
I told you I didn't see no commercials. I didn't even know there was a mid-season finale. So I forgot. I don't know what I seen. I was like, what the heck?
And I'll admit, I'm behind on it right now, but I'm behind on a lot of shows right now because of everything else that I've had going on.
I'm behind on other shows too, but I like them.
I mean, but the ones that I am caught up on are Flash, Arrow, and Supergirl.
Yeah, I'm caught up on the Flash. I'm working on the Arrow. Supergirl, I gotta finish watching the last season.
Supergirl has gotten a little tougher to watch, and
yeah, man, I love Supergirl.
It's not that, and here's the thing: it's not that the new characters they are introducing are bad. It's just it feels like some of the storylines are just dragging a bit. Mm-hmm. There's just not enough, and sometimes it feels like they're focusing a little too much on political situations, and they're not giving us the action like we get
I don't remember what, but I remember what show was it on? What channel was it on? ABC, CBS?
No, I think it was NBC or something like that.
Yeah, when it was on there and it got pitched over to CW. Yeah. I think correct me if I'm wrong. I think when I read about it, they said that they accepted the trade of channels, but they had to use what source they had, written. So I don't know how far that went. I doubt it's now. I remember.
Right.
Well, how many seasons of Supergirl is it? 3?
I think this is their 3rd.
And then what's on TV is on 4th or right before this season?
Oh no.
This is their 4th season on TV.
Okay, this is their 4th season on TV.
But there's 3.
What do you mean?
Isn't there 3 seasons? Like if I went on Netflix, it will say 3, right? 3 seasons?
Yeah.
And then the 4th one's on TV right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how many with the source material.
As far as I know, they probably only had enough material for the first season.
Yeah, because I know the second season dragged on with most of the stuff they had already too. But I don't because I don't know, because that's what I figured about Supergirl. Supergirl did focus on that because it was on NBC, and that's kind of how they.
I do feel like stuff. CW is going more of the whole rights activist route with a lot of their stuff, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm fine with bringing attention to those because we do. Because a lot of people tend to just push that kind of stuff aside, and we do need to bring attention to it, and I totally agree with that. But I think with Supergirl, they're overdoing it. It's like it's female empowerment to.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I first seen the Supergirl trailer. I was like, because they gave it the goofy dun 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 dun, dun like theme song. When I first showed the trailer for it, when I first seen it, they gave it the goofy. They're like, wow, in the city of blah blah blah, there's this girl, and I was like, why are they doing this to it?
And here's the thing, though. Like I said before, I'm not against empowerment. I definitely think that women have been mistreated for a long time, and they're now starting to get to where they should be. Because, pay discrimination, job discrimination, things like that. And I do believe we need to bring attention to that. And, of course, with the whole, gender issues that are coming up now with the LGBTQ rights and stuff, I definitely think attention needs to be brought to that. But, like I said, I think Supergirl is overdoing it a little bit.
Yeah,
I love having Alex as the leader of the DEO.
She is? That's fresh.
Oops, sorry.
No, I don't care, honestly. It's my fault.
Well, it happened. Here's the thing: it happened at the end of last season, I believe.
And I think I haven't seen. I think someone mentioned it. I think it was on Elseworlds or something. They mentioned it.
Yeah,
what the heck?
she mentioned it, so it's not really that big.
Yeah, it's not. Yes, I watch Elseworlds, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's like
skipped.
Yeah, so I think they do need to tone it down just a little bit and get maybe to the storyline and stuff.
And what I see about Supergirl, that stuff didn't really bother me. What bothered me was man, they really I know every show has to have something about love and everything, but her relationship with that other superpower guy that was on the rival planet or whatever.
Yeah,
and then he
crap, I've already forgotten.
And then he left and came back from the future or something, and he was with that other girl. I'm like, bro, dude, what? that's what made me stop watching. I'm like, dude, it's the same thing every day. And then what brought me back is that. Oh my god! See, I kind of watched it too fast, so I don't really know much. Those 3 people came back that beat her ass. It was the first girl. Remember? Oh man, she wore all brown. She wore the mask. She basically has superpowers.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah, I know, right? It's an easy. I wanted to say World Eater, but that's not it.
Yeah, it's the World Eater.
Okay,
that's what it was.
Okay, I was right. I was gonna say World Eater. Yeah, when they got that episode, bro, when she came. And then the spotlight was on, they had a little spotlight on Supergirl getting her ass beat. It was in slow motion, puh. That was fresh.
And here's the thing, too.
It fluttered throughout the season.
What's going on with this other Supergirl? Shit.
I don't care. You explain it.
Okay, so it was at the end of last season.
Man, they had Robot Superman. It wasn't even him, man. I don't understand.
No,
this.
but
I know,
right,
but I didn't like that.
At the end of last season, we see a pod crash, and it's another Kara.
Oh, that wasn't her?
Yeah, no, it wasn't the same Supergirl.
Oh. Okay.
But she's been in Russia this entire time.
I thought that was her. I don't know. I just thought there was an explosion or something.
We keep getting little glimpses, in the episode earlier this season when when Supergirl stops the train. At the end of the episode, it's actually revealed that it was the other Supergirl that basically was causing the earthquake to begin with. And then in the episode where I think it was they laced the atmosphere with kryptonite, and Kara almost died.
Oh crap!
And so
that already sounds better than last season. I'm not even done with last season.
Yeah, and so Kara ended up having to wear a suit the whole episode. She had to wear almost like an Iron Man suit.
I think they showed that off in a previous season.
Yeah, they showed it in a preview.
Oh, okay.
But and then it was in order to basically keep her so she could stay on Earth with all the kryptonite in the air. And it was trying to filter the kryptonite out and stuff.
And who did that? The Russians?
No, that was the people that were working for Agent Liberty. And then at the end of that episode, we see, we go back to the Russians, and they're lowering this kind of shield thing, or it might have been like a box or something. I don't know. But it reveals the other Kara inside, and they were using it to protect her from the kryptonite. So they obviously know who she is.
Yeah.
Or at least what she is. They know that she's a Kryptonian.
Yeah, my thought was that I don't know. I just thought they had a fight and she did something because I remember something with Black Kryptonite. That's as far as I got, was the Black Kryptonite, and I just thought like it exploded, erased her memories like some Smallville shit, and then she flying. That's what I thought, and then they snapped her out of it. That's what I figured, but I guess not. But that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. So there's another car running around in Russia. We want to see more of her. We want to see what's going on.
I just
and unfortunately, the way it feels like, and I'm sorry to interrupt you like that, it kind of feels like they're not going to do anything with it this season.
Yeah,
it feels like almost like they're setting it up for next season.
They're gonna show it like at the season finale.
Yeah, she's gonna have her big reveal at the end of the season, and it's gonna set up something for next season. And it's
they sort of did that with in the Flash of this.
Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing: Flash still had us entertained episode to episode.
Oh, yeah,
the stories weren't dragging in the Flash.
And that's what I feel like. I feel like they need to do something about how many times they pace it between something good happens. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because that was my reason why I stopped. I'm just like, man, I really don't care about this. I really just want to know what this villain is.
Exactly.
And I really love Supergirl. I love Supergirl. Like, the whole Superman. I used to be like a Superman fanatic.
And then you realize how overpowered he was?
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, yeah. Yeah. And I didn't want to join the Batmans. The Batman fans are kind of the same thing. They're like, he can beat everybody. I'm just like,
no, it's not that he can beat everybody. It's that he's smart enough to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm just going to stay over here and just be Green Arrow, I guess. I'm going to be alright.
You mean the superhero that's literally modeled after Batman?
Yeah. What I'm going to do.
He's the poor man's Batman.
Yeah. And that's me. I'm poor. It makes sense. I just want to save the world.
Yeah. But so, we got off on one hell of a tangent there. But anyway, so you have the Monitor who's testing, universes, trying to see who's strong enough to face the enemy that's coming. And then, of course, at the end of the event, and I know there's one big thing that I haven't talked about yet, and I will talk about it here in a little bit. At the end of the event, obviously we got the announcement for next year's crossover, which is Crisis on Infinite Earths. Which was huge because I don't think they've ever made an announcement like that. Like right after a crossover event.
Yeah,
I don't think they've ever done that.
They usually wait.
Yeah, we usually don't hear about it until like right before the season's about to start or something like that. Or until we're like a couple weeks in. But I mean, a yearly crossover is kind of expected at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we all knew it was coming. We all knew Elseworlds was coming. We just, up until it was announced, we didn't know when it was happening and what it was called. But it was kind of weird because I think if you remember one scene where the guy, after he transforms himself into the evil Superman, he's got the book in his hand and reality's like changing constantly.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that in one of the versions of reality, it shows Star Labs and it shows the insignias changing on it.
I don't remember.
Because in his world as Superman, it had the S for Superman, the Superman S.
Oh.
Up on Star Labs as his base. And as it changed, the reality was rewritten, the insignia changed, like every time.
I didn't notice that.
And then one of them was the insignia that they've been using for Elseworlds entirely.
Oh yeah, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
The star with the circle around it, and with the tail.
My thing is, one thing about that whole thing is like, how did he? I'm pretty sure I missed it, but how was Superman? He was able to write himself as Superman.
He just changed reality to make himself Superman.
Oh, like
the same way he tried to do it with the Flash.
But did he know about Superman? That's what I thought.
He knew about it because of Kara.
Oh, okay.
He knew about Superman because of Kara.
Oh, that's why she was like, "Oh, you trying to be me?" Yeah, that's why she said. Okay, that makes sense.
And she goes,
"It's better as a woman." No, something like that.
She says to him, "What are you, afraid to be a woman?"
Yeah, okay, that's right.
He goes, sense. "I'm afraid of nothing."
Yeah, he was like, he just wanted to be a man. All right.
Then the real Superman comes in and beats his ass.
Yeah, that was fresh. I like that part.
Although I like the suit. I like the suit of the evil Superman.
All black suit, anything in all black.
And that's actually one. Here's the thing: it's modeled after one of Superman's suits.
Yeah, it is.
I think it was in the storyline where after he comes back to life,
Black suit Superman.
Yeah, it was after he died, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or he went into his Kryptonian healing trance.
Yes.
The bullshit way they had to bring him back in the comics, and then he started wearing the black suit for a while. Yeah, that suit was cool.
So it showed Crisis, right? What was it called?
It showed the title of the next crossover, which is Crisis of Infinite Earths. It's really hard to actually say fast.
Man, they need to put Black Lightning in this show real quick.
That may be a thing that's coming.
Yeah, bro.
You know, when they bring all the universes together.
I love Black Lightning. That one's a show. I used to.
I haven't watched it yet.
When the Flash was kind of like, well, not down, but when it was like, nothing really was happening. I usually watch Black Lightning before the Flash, like my recordings. Cause I was like, man, Black Lightning's going off right now. Yeah. So what do you think? Because you said something.
So if you remember in, I think it was in the Supergirl episode of Elseworlds, when they're trying to slow down the planet.
Oh yeah.
Clark, after he looks in the book, he tells them that if they try this, they're gonna die.
Yeah, they're gonna die.
And it even shows a little glimpse of what would happen.
Yeah, they disintegrate. Sort of like how what's his name died in Young Justice, Kid Flash. That's how he died in Young Justice.
Well, then it was probably a take on the Crisis on Infinite Earths event, because obviously you see Oliver go and speak to Monitor one more time. We don't know exactly what they talked about.
Yeah, he just went there.
And to me, I would not put it past Oliver Queen to have sacrificed himself in some way in order to spare Barry and Kara. Because he looked kind of grim afterwards. Like he was very hush hush about what he went and did with Monitor. And I think Barry even asked him about it. Yeah. But he was kind of like, he was closed off about it. So we don't know what that really entails. Obviously, like I said, there's theories like somehow Oliver could have set himself up to basically sacrifice himself at some point in the future. But one of the big things about Crisis on Infinite Earth is a lot of people are worried. Obviously, the fans that Supergirl still has and the fans of Flash, because there's one really big thing that happened in the Crisis of Infinite Earths event in the comics. Both Barry and Kara died. So a lot of people are worried that the Flash and Supergirl could be coming to an end.
They'll probably die for like cinematic purposes, but I don't think.
Well, because in the comics
nothing
it was
permanent. Everyone freaking dies and they run back into them or something.
Well, in the comics, it was Wally West that took over for the Flash after he died, and then of course there were several different Supergirls. I think there was even a robot at one point.
Man, they need to show Power Girl.
And then of course they ended up just bringing Kara back.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna die unless it's like a minor character.
And I don't. And here's the thing with the quick little rapport that they developed with, and here's the character I didn't talk about before, Batwoman. Essentially that's going to be your Superman-Batman team up for the CW universe. So I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, they even said it before she left. You said, what'd she say? Kara said it was nice working with you.
Yeah, it was something along that line.
Yeah, and they said the world's finest,
yeah, which is the name, which is the name of the Batman Superman team up.
Yeah, man, they're both girls. That's fresh.
Yeah. So we're kind of getting a gender, and that that one I'm completely okay with that. Yeah, I understand that the whole Superman and Batman thing is a little overdone. It has been. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Batman. Batman is my favorite superhero. But yeah, I realize it's been overdone, and this is a good chance for another character of the Batman universe to get their spotlight. Yeah. And I still think you can bring in other characters like Nightwing in the Batman universe. Maybe we could see Red Hood, Jason Todd.
Yeah, those some good ones. You think she's gonna get her own show?
Oh yeah, I am of the believers that that's what all this was.
You, man, they're gonna cut Legends tomorrow. I mean, see, as a fan,
here's the thing. I think the Batwoman show will most likely take Supernatural's time slot.
Oh yeah, get that show out of
Hey, I like Supernatural. Supernatural is one of my favorite shows on TV right now.
Everyone's out there going to forget about it.
No, it's because the show's getting close to ending. Yeah. That's the thing. So they're preparing this show to take over that time slot. I'm sure.
How many is the Flash, the Arrow, Supergirl, Legends? Black Lightning.
We can't count Black Lightning yet because he's been no way has he been associated with any of the universes.
I'm just counting like the shows that are on.
Oh, the superhero shows?
That's 5, right?
Yeah. You got Gotham that's ending over on Fox.
Yeah, bring that over. Let's do it over here.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, it wasn't that great.
Yeah, it was.
To be honest,
I know a lot of people try to tell me, "Oh, it's crazy." I'm like, dude, it's not that great.
I mean, there were episodes that were really good.
Yeah, they were.
Don't get me wrong. I watched it for several seasons.
Yeah, the 7 seasons? Oh
no. No, several seasons. I don't know if there was. I think there was only like 5 seasons total.
Oh, okay. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I think this is either the 5th or the 6th season. They're ending.
But do you think with all these superheroes, like, you think CW would just let another one be there?
Well, I don't see why they wouldn't. You know, it's not like they don't have. I mean, it's kind of what they're essentially known for now, are the superhero shows.
Yeah. But sometimes people don't like to be. Well.
Yeah, but I mean, so right now, what do they have? They have Supergirl on Sundays. They have Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow on Monday, and then they have Flash and Black Lightning on Tuesday. That still leaves Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday open. Now, I know they don't put any of their big shows on Saturday because, people are out doing things on Saturday.
Okay, and that's kind of worried me when they pushed Supergirl to Sunday.
Well, I think that's because of how poorly it did last season.
Because my thing about the whole thing is like, with Legends of Tomorrow, yeah, it's good. Like, I liked them and everything, even though I didn't know they had a season out. Mm-hmm. But their last one when they fought that demon from of time or whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah,
I felt like that was like the end. Like, I don't know, like from a perspective like that, I don't know what can be worse than that. But yeah, but even like,
well, apparently they set all manner of magical creatures loose throughout time.
Yeah, think about that. That's not a. That's not.
It was a way to bring Constantine into the group.
Yeah. See, I don't know. See, they should. I don't know. Even Constantine coming once in a while was coming too much.
Here's the thing, though. I actually liked the Constantine show.
And they came too much with White Canary. If you get my pun.
I'm not going to even touch that one. I'm not going to even touch that one.
But I don't know, but like I was going to say, man, Legends, like,
not like there aren't a lot of people that have at this point.
As much as I like Legends Tomorrow, like, I don't know, I feel like if they do the new Batwoman show or whatever, I feel like you could just take their spot. I'm not saying they should straight up cancel it. I mean, like, I don't know, like,
I mean, it is losing its audience.
Yeah, I mean, it was losing its audience from when it started. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to. I liked it.
The first season was really good.
First season and second season were really good. And then, how many seasons are there? Was there 4th?
I think they're in their 4th.
4th, yeah. I don't know.
I want to say they're in their 4th.
And like, I understand, like, cast members have to, like, leave sometimes. Like, who they let off, Snark, or whatever his name is, Captain Cold.
Well, they killed him off in the first season.
Yeah, they got rid of him. But they even brought him back for the doppelganger, didn't they?
Well, yeah.
Or a different time.
Well, it's the one from Earth X.
Yeah, and they brought him back from a different time, remember?
Yeah. Yep.
Who else? They got Ray. Is Ray still there?
Ray's still there.
Hot girl. They got rid of the hot girl. She was hot. They got rid of her. And then, who else did they get rid of? Oh, Stein.
Yeah, Stein and Jax.
Man, they were I like
Firestorm.
Firestorm is gone.
Yep.
What, is anyone else's new season gone?
I don't know. Well, they got rid of Captain Steel's girlfriend.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Or is he just Steel?
I don't remember a Captain or that. I mean,
he looks like. I mean, his suit looks like Captain America's.
Yeah,
basically.
It did, yeah, it really did. But yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, I understand, like, people need to come and go, but like, that was with them. That was like the main cast. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see Barry being like, I'm gonna go do this.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
And then, even Wally was with them for a little bit.
Oh yeah, Wally came back. I feel like Wally should have stayed.
He would have been good with them.
Yeah, They even pointed stuff like he was coming back or
but
something.
But yeah, now he was in a couple episodes of Flash this season. But
anyways, back to Infinite Crisis. But yeah, I could see like what you said about them dying. I don't think they're gonna die. If they do, they need to be. Not if they do, but if they're gonna make it seem like they're dead, they need to be hush hush about everything.
Yeah.
They need to make it look like they're dead for reals, and then make it look grim until the very end of that, whoever's episode ends. Then bring it back as like a surprise.
Yeah.
Because like you're not gonna tell me right now they're gonna die. I'm not gonna believe it.
Yeah.
And I mean, you gotta embarrass them dead. Like that's what you gotta do. There does not need to be no heroic death. You know what I mean? If they're gonna kill them off, it has to be like I know they said they run around and stuff.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and I agree with you. I don't see Flash ending anytime soon.
Yeah, especially Flash. I feel like I feel like out of all of them, Flash is like probably the top and then follows by the Arrow, and then I don't know where Black Lightning will stand, but I know Black Lightning has a lot of hype behind it right now.
Yeah,
I
haven't seen it yet. I want to.
That can even be third. Like.
But it would be kind of cool to see them all together in one big team up. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the way we're going. I don't know if we'll see Superman again anytime soon.
Oh, yeah, he took a little hiatus because, yeah.
But then again, the show wasn't about him, so...
No, it wasn't.
It's not like we're really losing anything.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe the fact that Superman won't be there to help will be exactly what the show needs right now.
Yeah, because they kind of boosted up Kara in that episode, right?
Yes, because your dog has superpowers.
Yeah, because they said, because then he said like, oh yeah, you're better than me, like you're better than me to do this, they need you, right? That's what he sort of said, right? And when he told him that he was leaving. So that kind of boosted her up a little bit.
I mean, it was more of a, I don't want my wife and kid to be around all the hate and shit that's going on right now.
But
so we're going to take off to what's left of Krypton for a while.
But the speech he gave her about him leaving and that she will be there to take the place that's basically what he said. Like, you're better than me. Like, you did stuff that I couldn't do. And so that's the kind of boosted her up. So that's what she sort of needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in reality, we both know it was, I don't want my wife and kid to be around all the racist haters right now, so we're going to take off to what's left of Krypton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What did they call it? The Dreadnought? No, they didn't. What did they call it? They said they were going somewhere.
Well, it's the name of the city. I forget what the name of it is. But it's the last remaining piece of Krypton.
So who do you think is going to be the bad guy?
Well, you still have Agent Liberty. He just barely got locked up.
He's talking about Crisis or Infinite.
Oh, Crisis is going to be Anti-Monitor.
Oh yeah, that's what you said, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't read the comic. I mean, I heard of stuff.
He's literally trying to conquer the multiverse by eliminating all other universes except for one.
What's it called? Infinite Crisis? Infinite World?
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Oh.
But I actually really enjoyed the whole Batwoman cameo. I liked it. I liked the character. The suit is...
Oh! Who the heck... I just read a thing. Who the heck was that guy with the gold mask? He was... Bro, it was at the end before they showed Infinite Crisis. Remember, he was
I have no idea.
We're gonna show...
Yeah, I
thought he was a knockoff Joker. That's what I thought at first, because he was like, he had that little vibe to him.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea who it is. I mean, we saw names like Oswald Cobblepot, who's Penguin. You saw the name Edward Nigma, who's Riddler.
They showed all that in there?
Yeah, on the cell doors.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the people. I was like, damn, I missed a lot. I was playing Smash Bros. Watching this, so I had to pause it sometimes. But I'm gonna look that up. Who the hell this man is?
Yeah, I don't know who he is at all. Obviously, I think he's probably got something to do with the Batwoman.
Psycho Pirate?
I have no idea.
That a thing?
Don't know.
Oh, it is. What the heck?
Okay. Never heard of him before, to be honest. Man, he's one of those obscure enemies, I guess.
Oh, yeah, bro. I just looked. It says right here, too.
Okay. Well, there we go. We have a name to the face. Or mask.
Because I was like, am I missing something? Has this man been on here? Oh, check this out. Look at this your little theory. The Anti-Modder uses a Psycho Pirate's abilities to control over powerful heroes.
Really?
Look at that. That's probably why they did it like that. What abilities he has when he's locked up in there and not saving himself? Wait, who knows? But he's in the psych ward for a reason, right? He's in fucking... I was gonna say Shawshank.
Essentially...
I'm sorry.
Essentially, Arkham is just Arkham is like what do they call the prison that the Flash uses?
I'm gonna say Argus. That's the other one.
No, yeah.
What do they call it? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Is it Iron Heights?
Iron Heights, yeah, Iron Heights, Arkham Asylum, and Argus has. Oh yeah, Argus held the Shark guy.
Yeah, Shark Guy's dead now though, isn't he?
Is he?
I don't know.
Man, you remind me of that old cartoon show. Remember when they had the sharks?
Oh, yeah. I used to love that show. But yeah, so it looks like it's going to be interesting. The future does look bright for superheroes on CW outside of Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh, bro. Sorry. It also says that who's Dr. Destiny?
Oh. Are they going to bring him in?
Because it says, so the fact that Psycho Pirate is in the cell next to Dr. Deegan, who looks to have transformed into Dr. Destiny from the Sandman comics, means all the pieces are in place for the rival Anti-Modder in the next year's crossover. Mm-hmm. So maybe, yeah, he did look ugly as hell, huh? After he used that book, remember?
I forget.
Yeah, he looked like he was peeling or something. Mm. Yeah, he looked all white and cracked up. Yeah, see, I like DC a little bit, but I don't know everybody.
I thought Dr. Destiny was a good guy.
I thought Dr. Destiny was the guy with the mask, with the golden mask.
Yeah, well, I thought he was and he had like the blue and gold armor.
Yeah.
Look it up real quick.
No,
I could have swore Dr. Destiny was a good guy.
I call him, if he's the guy on
because didn't he show up for a while in the old Justice League cartoon?
Marvel or is this DC?
Let me see.
Oh yeah. Oh, bruh, that guy.
Oh, that's Dr. Destiny.
He sort of looked like it, yeah.
You okay?
Doctor Strange, bruh.
So who? So then who are we thinking of? No. But I mean, who are the guy with the golden helmet?
Bro, let me type Injustice. He's in Injustice. And
was he?
Yeah, Injustice 2.
Oh yeah. No, you're talking about the games.
Yeah, because I used to call him Doctor Strange to make Willard mad.
Sounds like he would get mad at something like that.
Like, come on, Doctor Strange. I'm looking up characters.
Essentially, they've got the same powers.
Yeah, you see that death battle when they fought? That was crazy. Where's he at?
Well, then just look up the death battle.
Oh, you're right. I'm already at the player select. Dr. Fate.
Oh, there we go. Too many damn doctors in these shows.
Dr. Fate. Man, when is my boy Swamp Thing gonna get a show? Let's go.
You got Dr. Destiny, Dr. Fate. You got Dr. Freeze.
Yeah, he was on CW too, wasn't he?
I've never seen him in any of the shows.
I mean CW, Smallville.
I don't think so.
I swore he was.
I don't remember.
I remember the mask somewhere.
He might, it might have been in the archive thing that Hawkman was guarding.
Fate, Smallville.
No.
Is this real?
Let me see.
Hey, put this in the video so they can see. Oh yeah, it was. Look, there's Chloe.
Oh, okay.
There was an episode, and she put it on.
I gotta go back and rewatch that.
Yeah, because I swore he was, because he was an asshole. Man, I remember him. Yeah, but yeah. So that makes more sense now I looked at it. Too bad we didn't have that queued up, huh? Yeah, but see, the little theory worked out. Yeah, so Dr. Anti-Monitor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have something to do with...
Well, I mean, he's the main villain of the whole Crisis.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah, in the comics. So
is that when they rebooted everything?
That was like right before they rebooted everything.
Okay, then after that, everything got rebooted.
Because what they did was they used Crisis to bring all the universes together, and then they split them apart. And then they used Flashpoint to reboot to the New 52.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah. Right.
And then they had another reboot with Rebirth. Like,
that's what made me mad.
DC has too many freaking reboots.
Man, they're just trying to fix it, man. They're just trying to catch up to Marvel. They're just trying to do something, bro.
But I mean, here's the thing with the Rebirth reboot. Try saying that 3 times fast. They kept all of everything that was in the New 52.
And you know what?
That all became established canon.
And you know what about all these crossovers? What the crossovers do for me as a fan, it made me want to watch all of them over again. Because you know, we both work. And every time I watch other shows and I look at it, I'm like, do I really want to watch this? And I'll watch something else. But after watching that, I was like, dude, I gotta watch Supergirl. What's happening here? I'm like, dude, I'm already watching The Flash. I don't need to watch that. I need to catch up with the Arrow.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, I got Riverdale queued up. I seen a commercial for Riverdale. I gotta watch that too. But
I haven't gotten into
every crossover. I don't know if I like, because same thing with like, I don't know if I like just like a bunch of people teaming up together. Because I don't know, but like the Avengers or something. But I just love like team ups and stuff, even if it's minor.
Yeah. Superhero team ups are always the best.
Yeah, especially if they have like Happy Go Lucky Barry Allen and Dark Arrow. Yeah, it was funny the first time.
Yeah. One big question I do have is, what happened to the Earth 90 Flash?
Man, they sent
Because
him
he was
back.
there, and then he's just not.
He said no. He pushed them back to that portal, and if they blew up that world, then he's just
Because
flooding space.
it almost looked like he did the Thanos thing to him, and just like he dissolved.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I thought he pushed him through a portal.
No, I don't think so, because there's no universe for him to go back to.
Oh.
Remember, the Monitor wiped it out.
Maybe he didn't matter. He wasn't supposed to be alive.
He didn't matter.
Yeah, he was supposed to die there. Yeah, they really did cue him up. I thought he was gonna do some work, but
yeah, he's there when all 4 of them walk up, and then all of a sudden he's gone.
Yeah, man, that scene was fresh. No, I mean not when he died, but you know when they were all lined up out there, it looked fresh. Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, but he's gone. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that sucks too because.
And that was Barry
But
Allen.
It was funny. It was Barry Allen.
It was Barry Allen.
It was just another Barry Allen. It was essentially the old what was it 90s Flash Barry Allen.
Yeah, wasn't he from Earth?
That's
90?
why they called
Yeah,
it Earth 90.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
But other than that, yeah, I'm really excited for what's coming.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like what's going on in Supergirl, but I want to see a little bit more of the action. I want to see a little bit more of the overall storyline.
They need to tone it down just a bit.
The whole activism stuff and
Well, not even that. I mean, they can still have that, but it just doesn't need to be like constant.
Here's the thing: they need to go.
Because I don't have no problem with that. Because once you see Black Lightning, you'll see what I mean. Because it's like a daily thing of Black Lightning.
Sure.
But they
But
compress
it's
it into the plot.
I'm sure it's relevant to the plot.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that they do on Supergirl is just
it's just there because you know
you've got 2 separate storylines going on at one time, and they don't always mesh. And it's like
yeah. I see what you mean because I love because when I first heard Supergirl was a thing. Man, that's fresh. But then I didn't like how they kind of portrayed it on NBC or whatever it was on because they made it look like it was like, what's that? It was like a New Girls episode. That's what they teamed it up as.
And I know, you know, the story writers or producers are never going to hear this, and if they do, it'll be years down the line.
After the show's canceled.
Yeah. But, you know, if you guys want to do the whole addressing an issue that's going on in the real world, you guys actually should probably take a cue from the old Star Treks because and I'm even talking about the Star Treks from the 60s because they would address issues, political, social, race issues that were going on in the real world in our storyline. And I realized almost none of the stories were interconnected to one another like you have on shows nowadays, but they knew how to address those issues and come away with a point of, you know, how we need to fix it or what needs to be done to try and get us to fix it or something like that. And they knew how to do that in a way that was relevant to the story. And I'm not saying that everything that you guys are doing is bad. No, it's not, because you've got a good show. You've got several good shows. The Flash and Arrow are probably the best 2 out of the bunch right now.
And even sometimes they have their own little things that.
Oh yeah, they address this, the issues too. But I mean, they're more focused on the whole superhero storyline than they are on the political activism type deal.
Well, that's even a Superman thing, isn't it? Like, isn't Superman like always bothered with stuff like
not
that?
really. I mean, he is, but his whole thing was more of.
It's sort of a DC thing, isn't it? Isn't it more of a DC thing? Because you can see it in the Batman v Superman movie.
I guess it is kind of more of a DC thing because Marvel basically created their own issues.
Yeah,
and they're in their own.
And I'm not saying it's
world.
a bad thing. It's just like DC is more. Because Marvel is like Willard said it best. Marvel is maybe this could happen thing, and then DC is like, oh, this shit's here kind of thing.
Yeah,
and it's like that because we have that in our real world. Like, there's people always like the way they're trying to jungle it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're trying to make it real, like political things, all that stuff. So it's sort of like there, but like they don't need to like. Yeah. If it has nothing to do with the plot, really, I mean, you can have it out there. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? That's cool. Because there's some episodes I do like when they talk about the subjects like that.
Yeah.
But like. If your show's kind of suffering right now, you don't need too much of that in between. You need like core episode, maybe like a little spin-off, and then core episode. They don't need like a core episode for the plot, and then this,
exactly,
and then a core episode. Because at that point, I'm gonna skip to the core episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip to what's relevant.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: if that means you make a shorter season.
Oh yeah,
so
do
what?
it.
You make a shorter season. Look at Game of Thrones. I mean, yes, mind you, they're a little bit longer than an hour on most of their
Fuller
episodes.
House. I'm just kidding.
But I mean, they're able to. They're they've got 10 episodes a season. I think this last season they had 8 or 9 or something like that. They didn't even have a full 10 episode season or something like that. And they still kept their fans happy. They kept their fans wanting more. Whereas, like Ted said, you've got a really good episode, and then you've got this, and this, and then you've got a really good episode. People, you've got to keep your stuff relevant to what's going on in the story.
Because even in the Flash, there'll be an episode where they're like, "Oh, we need a break." It's just them like chilling and
I mean, but sometimes that can be good.
Yeah, especially if you have like an explosive 5 episodes, you need like a.
But right now,
chill down.
And here's almost like a good analogy. Right now, it feels like you have a really explosive episode, which could be equated to a really explosive Dragon Ball Z arc, and then you've got filler.
Yeah.
In between the really explosive episodes.
We get
yeah. So it's like, we maybe cut it down on the filler a little bit. Yeah. If you've got to condense your plots. I mean, seriously. But make sure that what you're doing is relevant to the action storyline, because that's what's going to keep people entertained. Because you're not, with Supergirl, you're not just targeting a female audience. No, there's guys that want to see it too. I'm one of them. Yeah, I like Supergirl. I liked it from the beginning.
I like the actor. What's up? Just kidding. But yeah, you gotta make sure it's
no, and it needs to stay relevant.
Yeah, because you just can't bank on crossovers to keep the show alive.
Yeah,
because I can have all these things to say about Supergirl.
And look at this year's crossover. Legends of Tomorrow wasn't even a part of it. Whereas the previous crossovers, Legends of Tomorrow, were all in it. At least if they had been conceived at the time.
Yeah, they managed to.
Now, mind you, Legends is almost kind of like one big crossover show with all the different heroes from the Arrowverse and the.
Most they got in this crossover was like a name drop, because didn't they use atoms that Ray Palmer brought over to slow down to make him be drunk or something like that?
I don't know.
To knock him out, to trap him. Remember that was then they got reduced to a name drop.
Yeah.
You don't want to worry. You don't worry about it. You don't want to worry about this banking on everyone. Oh, this is cool. Let me go see what Supergirl. Because I mean, they got me, but I've been wanting to watch it.
Yeah.
So but you don't want to bank on it.
You don't. We really don't want Supergirl to go the way that Legends is going.
Yeah.
We don't want it to become irrelevant.
And there's so much for Supergirl too. I feel like. I mean, I really don't know. Like I didn't know what the Legends were when they first came out, but like I know more about Superman than
Yeah.
So I know.
And I
there's
mean,
a lot of...
now that you've got Superman gone, go ahead and adapt some Superman stories for Supergirl.
Yeah, they sort of did with
why not?
Cyber's robot Superman, didn't they? I mean, I skipped over that.
I don't remember.
Remember, it was like a clone of that guy, the Martian Manhunter. But
no. John Jones, the Martian Manhunter, was using the persona of the original DEO leader.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know his name.
But because the original DEO leader had sustained several injuries, he had cyborg implants, so he became known as Cyborg Superman.
Okay, yeah.
So he was human. He was just part robot.
Okay, yeah, because...
And actually, you know what?
Man, look at Smallville.
I really don't like the way that they're taking John Jones this season.
Yeah,
They're trying to turn him into a pacifist, and I don't like it.
Wasn't he
like?
always
I get
pacifist?
it. No, because the whole thing is he's doing it to honor his father.
Oh, he died, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen that.
Because he had that disease.
Yeah.
And so his father basically passed on all of his memories and stuff to his son.
I felt like that's what Martian Man, because even in the old Justice League show, he was like,
he
whooped ass.
Fought,
yeah, but like he was more like,
and like,
think about it.
I get it.
Clark.
Have him teach to, use violence as a last resort. But don't sit there and
don't sit there and do nothing.
Try to make him a pacifist, because that's not John Jones. So with that, I think we should probably wrap this one up. So basically, we got a lot good going on with the DC TV universe, the Arrowverse. We're really excited for next year's crossover. Should be a good one. And I'm pretty sure we are getting a Batwoman television show coming soon. So I'm excited for that one too. Other than that, I don't really think there's much more to say. Other than, make sure, like, comment, subscribe.
Yep.
Leave us those comments down below. Plus, like I said before, a lot of changes coming up. Hopefully we're going to be able to do a lot more with this channel. And of course, we might take a little bit of a break here in the next couple of weeks to brainstorm new ideas. But we'll keep you guys updated. So make sure you follow us on social media. And don't forget to ring that notification bell. Some people have been forgetting to do that.
Yeah.
If you're subscribed, ring that notification bell so you get immediate notifications when we upload a video. And until the next one, we'll see you later.
See you guys.